preeminent Danford newbie.
Newbie, yes, I am.
But newbie, oldie, right? You're going to tell me the history of
It's
this,
in
right?
return, yes. Actually, I came up here in 1992 from Philadelphia. The management and ownership at the time recruited me and asked me to come up here for a 6-month period to develop and start their catering and conference department, which I did. And then I stayed for the next 25 years.
So you're not a Long Islander. You weren't born in Long Island.
Philadelphia.
Philly.
Fantastic.
Philly. West Philly, born and raised.
Philly boy.
All right, we're only going to just go into this little thing with Philly because I have to. Is it truly the best Philly cheesesteaks in Philly? Is it true?
Yeah, there is. You cannot get them anywhere else. It's the bread. It's the bread and the
ribeye, the real ribeye.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's true.
You got Tony Luke's down there now. Alessandro's, the old, Pat's is always there. Gino's, right across the street from each other.
Wow.
Doesn't Burnie have the best radio voice?
That's what I just said before. I want Bernie's voice.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't know about you should have it.
I love
but
Bernie's voice.
It's fantastic. So you go here for 25 years, but just recently you went away to open a restaurant, right?
Correct. I was back in Philadelphia. I got recruited by Marshall Brown Enterprises, who was a franchisee of Ruth Chris, and they had known of me through my former employer's Pace's Steakhouse. And when we went our separate ways, they contacted me, and I went and interviewed with them, and I was with them for 3 years. I went down to Philadelphia to their flagship Philadelphia property, was there for 27 years. I closed that for them in 2015, and then in June of 2016, I reopened the brand new Ruth Chris Steakhouse, a $5-6 million a year property, and had a great time with them. Marcia and Matt Lorick, great people to work for, and great operators. Now I'm with the Scarpa family.
How did this opportunity come back? Through the buying of the new purchase here?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. It came through that. Enrico and his family knew me through the
Right.
area,
industry,
and they contacted me, and we went back and forth a little bit. At the time, I was in the middle of opening up Ruth Chris, so I was in the committed stage.
Right.
And then as we talked throughout the year and remained, Enrico and his family came to see me back in September when they took one of their boys to Villanova.
Oh, yes.
So they came in for dinner, and we talked again. And then we've talked off and on, back and forth, and then
He got you excited about the new plans here. That's what happened.
He did. There was a lot of things going on.
And I can bet you weren't on the water there either.
No. The only time I saw water was if there was a puddle from rain.
So the heart of the sea won you over.
Yes.
And this has to be really sentimental to you because you saw this property back in its heyday.
Absolutely.
Right?
When I first got here, their best-selling dish was the Captain Bayless seafood platter, either boiled or fried. And then through the years that I was here, we cultivated some fine culinary people, and we changed it to what you're seeing right now. That's a style of food. In fact, I was one of the gentlemen, along with the F&B director at the time, and Susan Jimmy Frieda, and we were the first people to open outside. Mm-hmm. Before that, they just used to leave it as a park so people can sit and eat ice cream from other places.
That's interesting. Yeah. Wow. And so there's some nice changes that I'm sure you're excited about happening right as we speak.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
Kevin.
So what do you do on a day-to-day? What does it take to be, because I've always heard high compliments of it. What does it take to be the position you're in? You're a director of food and beverage. What does that really mean for a restaurant?
Well, it means a lot of things. You have to be the driving force. There's an old cliche, the fish stinks from the head to the tail. So every day I strive to be the best I can be. Every day I evaluate what I did that day and say, what can I do to better today that I didn't do yesterday? I look at cost, of course. I look at service. I try to recognize people. I'm good at that, and that's one of the cultures I'm going to develop here with my staff is
very
recognition.
Personable.
Exactly, knowing people. Hey, Mr. Woods, how are you? How's everything? Would you like the vodka martini today?
People love that.
All that type of thing, especially in the dining room. And we're great during the summer and spring because the amount of business that comes through our doors.
Naturally,
That
right.
winter, that I think we could make up a lot of space, and
Right.
that's where we'll make it up that way. Is getting the locals excited about what they're seeing. There's a whole things going on. Renovations. We just renovated Wave. It's beautifully done. And if you have any opportunity, please come see it. The Brookhaven room's just been redone, so new brides are looking for a venue. You gotta come see this. Showers, bridal showers, family events, corporate events, fundraisers. In fact, I'm working with the Suffolk County Police right now on a fundraiser we're trying to put together with them. The lobby has new beautiful furniture in it. The dock house just got a new facelift. We're having mid-mooring. It's called mid-mooring. I get that out fast 10 times. Our boathouse is great. We're putting a mid-mooring, which will now allow us to have 7 boats of 100 feet or longer now docked with us. The deck over Brookhaven is 3,000 square foot. And that's hopefully be ready before Memorial Day
Wait, you're
weekend.
building a deck?
Yes, yes.
Off the
secret's out.
Brookhaven room?
Yeah.
On top of,
Oh.
on top of, yeah.
Well, off of it, so you can walk out the door.
Oh, as well,
And
okay.
And
right
boom,
out, 3,000
jet
square
right
feet.
out.
Jet right out. So a lot of good
That's
things
nice.
going on. New menus I'm
Yep.
working on right now, Kevin, with reference to that. Spring menus are in place so much. We're working on it this week with the chef. I have 3 different menus. I have a lunch, dinner, excuse me, and a what we call the deck menu, which will be an all-day menu outside. And then, of course, lunch and dinner will vary because I, need to have that type of variation. Lobster bakes are some of the things we're looking at, working out. Some was it theme night
Fun.
where we're going to incorporate what my go-to is steaks. So we've brought in a couple of purveyors. We're looking at some certified black Angus prime meat, and also
Excellent.
some dry aged meats to bring into the mix.
Excellent.
We redid the wine program, the whole beverage program. We've added some new cocktails. We're also redoing the wine list. We're going to go to American theme. We're going to be local and American producers. And I think that's the way I want to stay with it because
Including North Fork wines?
absolutely.
Oh, you
Very much
have,
so.
yeah, you
Absolutely.
have
Just
to.
spoke with Jose from Lowell Lakes this morning.
Excellent.
And I was with Alex Damianos from Pindar and Duck Walk just the other day. So we're meeting.
Wonderful.
They all remember me from being there. I don't know how they remember me, but they do.
So I know you're just starting here, but what do you strive to in terms of like the Zagats of the world or the AAA designations, which some people really put a lot of
They do.
credibility
Well,
in.
we would like to get to that point where we're highly Zagat rated. I've had several restaurants I worked for already, but I know what it takes to get there.
Yeah.
We're right there. We're right there with a little bit of training, which I start right after this show.
Right.
Or doing 3 weeks of training with.
That's so important.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like you said,
No.
top down.
And you're going to be training the staff?
Yes.
Yep, he'll be the man to do it. Did you see that movie? I think it was called Burnt. I told you
Oh,
about.
I
Yeah,
love that
Bradley?
movie.
Yes.
Oh, that's one of my favorite movies.
Yes,
I
I
love
did.
that movie.
Yeah, and the whole thing was about getting that rating.
Oh.
Are you going to throw things around the kitchen like that? And that's not your,
Maybe 10 years ago.
that's not your style.
Maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't even
Now-
take that back
Now
then.
you've mellowed.
And I don't even. That was
You don't
never,
need to do that.
That was never my style. My look was enough. If I looked at you, you knew that.
Like a parent.
You were either on the right side of the law or the wrong side of the law.
Right.
We're working on that. That has to do with a lot of the training, the hiring. It starts with the people, how you hire,
100%.
how you train, and how you treat the people who come through your doors, and how you work with your vendors. The other P is your product. How you buy, where you buy, how you store, how you prepare, how you present. The last P is property. How you teach your staff on maintaining the property, how you keep your staff maintaining the property, and how you keep your breakage down and damage down. The other P, all those P's work together to equal profit. Sounds simple, but it isn't.
It's not.
But there is a way to get to it, and I've been fortunate enough to do so.
The biggest thing I'm not telling you your job at all, but I would say to anybody in your position, This property speaks for itself because it has the designation of being on the water. That's very rare on Long Island to begin
unique.
with.
Right.
So you can't think for a second that because you have this is taking its place.
No.
You know where I'm going there.
Absolutely not. You can't assume that everything's going to be where
Right.
it is. You have to
Right,
every
because
day.
of that.
You got to have
Correct.
your finger on the pulse.
Correct.
Finger on the
But-
Have your
pulse.
finger on the
Everybody
pulse.
hear what Bernie says? You got to have your finger on the Port Jeff Pulse?
That's what it said.
That's what I thought you said.
That's exactly what I said. So we're going to strive towards that. I've had a great reception by the staff and the management and the ownership here, so they understand where I'm
Yep.
coming from. And
Some of the newbies had to learn the legend that you
no, I
are.
don't know if they learned that, but
They had to know it. They had to get a little history lesson.
what I did notice is that they learn that they see that I'm passionate about what I do.
Right.
When I walk through the floor and I'm picking up crumbs off the
Right.
floor, or if I'm
Right.
going and I'm fixing a
So
tablecloth.
important. Yeah.
Right.
Or if I'm asking, that pointing out things that maybe they're missing, like the tablecloth's on backwards.
The
You know, like,
devil is in the details.
Well, yeah.
The
I guess
details.
That could be. I'm crazy.
Details.
Great.
The napkin's got to be perfect. Salt and pepper shake.
So your OCD is working for you.
Oh,
That's what it is. That's good. That's a good thing.
Good.
You're in the right business for that. You know?
yeah, that's my mother. She told me she's a walking. Who was in the house? That pillow changed.
Oh, how'd you know?
How did you know that,
She know
Mom?
that, Mom. I know the pillow moved.
Bernie, what's your last name?
Gaeta. Gaeta, just like the olive. It's
But did you say it the way you want it pronounced?
I pronounce it Gaeta, but it is probably pronounced Gaeta.
Gaeta.
Excellent.
the
Bernie
Italian.
Gaeta.
Yeah. I was going to say, your mother, you had to be Italian. If your mother knew that the pillow was out of place.
Yeah, oh, God.
Fantastic. You look great too, by
I
the way.
feel good. I really
You
feel
look
good.
great. We welcome you back.
Hey, thank
We
you.
want you, because this is a process. I can see a month from now, you're going to have
Fantastic.
many other
Oh,
things. So
yeah.
come back
Yep.
on, come on once a month if you'd like, and update us. You're doing a great job. Is there anything else you want to tell?
Just want
our
to mention a
audience?
couple things.
Please,
First of
please,
all,
Yeah.
please.
Easter, Mother's Day. Reward Mom for Mother's Day. Easter, bring the family out. We do have Restaurant Week coming up, the 24th through the 30th. We have a $27.95 menu. It's a three-course meal. We will be doing a little bit of it's called the Wise Guy Kitchen Dinner Show. Coming
that.
up on the Friday the 27th. It's chef turned actor Vincent Fiore doing his little bit of skit for us. Bartique is here. Take the pledge at
Oh,
Bartique.
yes.
What's
yes.
your fitness?
At
Yep.
Fitness will be doing their pledge dinner event June 15th. The grand reopening open house. is
I
going to
mentioned
be
that
May
before.
10th. Please come
May
out,
10th.
everybody, all the locals.
Every bit of the property will be shown on this open house.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then start,
And I understand free martinis too.
don't lose your
I didn't
mind.
hear that.
Don't
Okay,
lose
I
your
lost my mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You just gave me chest pains. Friday.
Okay.
Friday, May 26th, we'll be opening up our live entertainment. A lot of local guys, Tommy Provencer, Keith McGuire.
Oh, nice.
Will be performing already scheduled.
Okay.
Jimmy Maz, Stagecoach, so just to name a few, and many more to come. We just had a very successful aqua reunion. Very good. Everyone seemed to have a great time.
Yeah,
And
I saw
more-
some pictures. Look great.
More of those will be. We did the Love the 90s, and we'll be doing more of those themed events. A couple other future things I'm looking to do.
You're going to have to go to the 80s for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then dinner en blanc I'm looking at, which is a dinner in white, which everyone will have to come dressed in white.
Fun.
And fun things ahead.
When does the deck open with the music and entertainment?
And Friday the 26th,
Okay.
it'll open with the
Okay.
live music. It'll be 7
Okay.
days a week.
Okay.
And 2 times day and night on Saturday and Sundays.
The best spot in town.
Yes,
Oh,
it
it's-
is.
We're gonna rock it this
It
year.
is the best spot in
I may
town.
even sing a couple songs.
Yeah,
hope you do.
baby. Yeah, baby. Come on.
Yeah.
Always
After we're
awesome.
closed.
Excellent, Bernie. You're on your way.
Thank you.
I don't have to tell you that.
Such a
Thank you
pleasure
so
to
much.
meet you.
Pleasure.
It's
Thank you
my
so
pleasure.
much.
Congratulations. So happy to have you here.
Well, I'm glad to be back.
Awesome.
Welcome back.
Thank you.